We're gonna give you a view of what we were at just now. We're down here at the road. We went all the way up there.
So, and then next we're going to just send the camera on the road and down in the ravines and stuff, and let you enjoy the road. We play some music for you, but YouTube got butthurt the last time, so you might hear some random nonsense from us as we bounce down the road.
Yeah.
All right. So get that ravine some too, and stuff like that.
It all got burnt.
Yeah. The world survived it better in here, though, actually.
Yeah.
They got some green left in there, and it'll look like shit. But, they'll survive it. The bushes grow back.
Yeah.
They can get burnt down to the damn roots. And they'll come back with no problem. It's actually beneficial for them. For the bushes and shit, because it puts a bunch more carbon into the soil and that. But, like, look at this cactus here. This double guy. I've driven past this cactus since '95. I don't know how many times. I don't usually stop at that ruin anymore because there's other shit up the road that we've explored. But been up to that ruin. Probably.
What's it? Fire retardant up here and stuff.
Yeah. That stuff's been kind of washed off though.
Yeah.
Fire retardant.
From the rain.
Because there's places up by Table Mesa, and it's still really red. From that fire retardant. Yeah. For the most part, this road's not too bad, but it's got its spots. Like in front of us, this is going to get fairly easy, but you get around the corner, and it can completely change.
Yeah.
And, Doug, get a view of the mesa now as we're going past it. Maybe the sun, where that mesa's at. Can you zoom it in even?
Yeah.
Yeah, do your zoom. You just give it to see, then you stick it out there long enough to let it focus on that or something like that. But
That's the mesa.
yeah, and you can see that show down kind of a little bit lower down in front of us, all this burnt shit. That sucks. I don't know how this one got caused, but it could have been lightning.
Yeah, or
Because
the shooting.
No, shooting doesn't really cause that. Not unless you're shooting trace around.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
We're shooting tannerite.
Yeah, that tannerite and stuff like that. But
A lot of people shoot that.
I don't know. There are crazy people that shoot crazy stuff. But it could have been lightning caused too, because this stuff has been dried out. We got quite a bit of rain. I'm going to pull over and let these other guys, I see a good spot right here. I'm going to let this other guy have the road. He wants, we're going to take it a little slower. Let this other guy coming up behind me, if him and his old lady want to go, we might even take a safety meeting while we're driving out of here. Yeah. Get out of here, huh?
Yeah.
Here, show them.
Get on out of here.
Get.
Get on now, get.
You didn't do nothing. You just pulled over, parked, and sat in your Jeep and did nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we did all the work.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Bugs.
Oh shit.
My youngest granddaughter, she wanted us to go to another little canyon that's up the road from us, about probably what's that, 3 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about 7 miles in on this dirt road here to get to this place. But she wanted to go into another canyon, and it's not like this, but that one's a canyon. It's a real riparian one. Lots of green stuff and plants, and some places pools of water. If you go further up enough in there's a spring that leaks out a little bit.
Yeah.
Keeps a big puddle of water for the animals. They all know about that. I don't know what the name of that canyon is. I could look it up, but we just kind of nicknamed that one Pandora.
Yeah.
So, let's set on that. We're probably going to go there tomorrow and see if we can get a bit of there. Take my one or both granddaughters. The little one is raring to go.
Yeah.
So
she wants to go.
that's a lot easier, not nowhere near as steep as that mesa we just climbed. Pass me the camera for a second. Nobody's behind me, and I'll get another look at the mesa. It changes, the angles and whatever. I don't know what the sun's doing to this thing, but and then we're driving down into a valley up here. That's the New River Wash. And there's times this thing can be raging flowing. There's a bridge that crosses the frontage road near our house where there's a good span that it's crossing. It's piled all the debris up to the top of the fence. That's you know that it's running along the bridge there, and almost taken the bridge away a few times.
Yeah.
But haven't had the rains for that lately. But it could happen. This thing could flow again. It just does what it does here. There we go. So. Yeah. And then, Sean, we're going downhill now. We just came downhill from the top of that.
Yeah.
And then, let me see the camera for a second. We just came down that. All the half. It's not no big deal, but we got to go all up down again. Down some. Back in these hills to get up to that guy. More burned out stuff. These trees look terrible. Black and stuff. Yeah. Canyon. Get the narrow spot up there in the canyon and see the rocks and stuff. It's going to be a good scenic one anyway, because once we get up and over this hill and stuff, where the mini canyons are, like Pandorum and CT,
Yeah.
and a couple of the others and stuff. Yeah, that's when the rock features start really getting neat looking, and also at the river crossing. That's kind of neat up in that little canyon. There's actual springs up in there. So there's a couple of trees back in there have got water leaking out of them. You got to hike up in that canyon a ways. There's actually a spot where the Indians could get water. Well, they probably did because it's a spring.
Yeah.
It's between a couple boulders, and it just leaves it just enough as a puddle. At any given time, there's about maybe 2 gallons of water in this thing.
Wow.
And then the rest just trickles off, you know. And you would never know it unless you hiked over there and found it. That's how we found it. Was climbing it up there from this area instead of the other parking lot of parking area.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this ain't even the worst part of the road. At least all the ATVers are gone, huh?
Yeah.
Or that Jeep convoy we see.
Yeah.
But hell, that's people getting out, but man, they chug along extra slow on that.
Yeah.
We watched them go up that road. Whoa, there's a bump. Keep an eye out on the rocks. You wouldn't be surprised if you see a college lizard out. I mean, I doubt it, but you never know. That's what's going to be neat. We'll get videos of some of the reptiles you see driving on the, you know.
Yeah, or catching something while on tape.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my legs are a little stiff.
We're gonna take a piss.
Yeah. You got to give it to Mallory and Bugs, man.
Yeah.
My granddaughters, man. They're going to see all these places, you know. They'll come out there on their own later. There's spring up here in the dirt somewhere up here. There's this big green clump of trees here. They're coming up on there. That species of trees, whatever it is, I can't remember, is
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think it's a type of laurel. I could be wrong, but I think it's a type of laurel that's here. So
This one beautiful motherfucker.
yeah, just like Tony would say. This guy on a motorcycle. Run out up a second. Give him the trail. Right on.
Yeah.
This road we're on, if we were heading east instead, this was the road that would take you all the way to a fork in the road. I don't remember it having Forest Service.
Yeah. 3791 or something. Oh.
Then right, take the Deep Creek and the Center Spring.
Yeah.
Hang it left, go to Bloody Basin. Bloody Basin, hang hard right to get to the other place we're going to have to show. I've seen some other YouTubers drive by the place, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why didn't you stop at the spring?
Yeah, why didn't you stop at the springs?
Yeah, the bridge is awesome looking too. I mean, you can't drive across this bridge, but you can drive across the river. And for some reason, I do remember that Forest Service Road when we crossed the river. It's Forest Service Road 10.
Huh.
Yeah, and then you can come in out by Bartlett or Horseshoe Lake rather, below Horseshoe Dam.
Yeah.
You cross the Verde River there, but it's really wide. And when you're crossing, you got the water up some places up to your mirrors on your doors, that deep. And you got a big old spans like from here, Doug, like from where we're at to that mountain hillside.
Damn.
River crossing like that, and it's all hard rock and gravel. Some of it is the designated road, and but you can't see it because the water's down there up coming in. And a lot of times I just sit there and wait for somebody else to go first. I've done that, but I've made that crossing a lot of times. Not this in the Jeep yet.
Yeah.
I got an interest in Forest Service Road 10. Other than there's a turquoise mine, a real turquoise mine on Forest Service Road 10. And you can find it's the same mountain. It's called Chalk Mountain.
Yeah, you told me about that one.
Yeah,
There's fire agate at the top.
Fire agate's at the top.
But there's a turquoise mine in the middle, though.
Yeah, and turquoise kind of low grade shit. Not that good.
So?
One time I was there, and I seen a good sized nugget, which you don't see much. It was on the ground in the bush. And I bent over to grab the damn thing, and real fast, and it stick stuck me in the eye. And I mean, it put a hole in it and everything right near the center. I mean, kind of a bad one. And it was a miserable. The rest of the day I was just in absolute misery because I just got a stick jabbed right into my eyeball. You know. Because I smoke a lot of cigarettes. This is what the ophthalmologist said. Throughout this process, I finally gave up on him because I smoked so many cigarettes. It take my eye longer to heal. It took over like 10 or 11 years for my eye to fully heal. Where I could wake up in the morning, it was all gooey. There was no sore in it left.
Damn.
But the way it was weird. He said that all that smoking interfered with the cell generation of your eyes. He said that's one of your fastest generating organs or whatever. But he said it messes with the adhesive that bonds those cells together in the healing process. And every time I blink or something, you could catch that new stuff and it just slough it right off. But it took me actually 10 years.
Wow.
And sometimes I have to wear sunglasses, and I don't like glasses, you know, man.
Yeah, me neither.
But if I didn't, and if I got any hard light in that eye, it'd feel like somebody was trying to inflate my eyeball with a pressure hose. It was horrible. And that happened intermittently. Just went on and on. I shouldn't be talking about that little shit. Stupid experiences.
Shit happens.
Consequences for going out and having a good time.
That's what happens in the desert.
Nobody else is going to get that nugget, though.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. Driving home because you got the windows down, close, the wind blowing in, man. It was so bad. I had both eyes watering.
Yes, we could probably. We'll get more video once we get farther down the road, but yeah, we'll get back at you later with this one.